Now, let's see what's actually involved in converging voice and data networks. We'll start at the bottom of the network and work our way up. The first thing we need to talk about is the wiring and the boxes that carry the signals from the sender through switches to the destination. Today, most networks have two separate infrastructures, one for the voice and one for the data. The voice network uses telephones connected to dedicated wiring, which is then connected to a dedicated voice switch. In a corporate environment, this switch is usually a PBX, or private branch exchange. All voice communication is handled by the PBX, which routes internal calls within the company and forwards external calls out to the PSTN. Oh, that's the Public Switched Telephone Network. The data network works in a similar fashion. The PCs are connected to dedicated wiring, which is then connected to data switches. These switches allow computers to communicate between themselves or to application servers. Remote communication to other sites can be switched across the PSTN or across the Internet, depending on the destination. So basically, we have identical networks supporting different types of communication. Remember when we first discussed telephones? Back then, and I mean this is way before my time, every phone had a separate line going to every other phone it needed to communicate with. Suddenly, wires were sprouting everywhere, and the whole system threatened to collapse because every time you added a new phone, you added hundreds and thousands of wires to all the other phones it needed to communicate with. Something needed to be done to make things simpler. All these different wires converged into a phone switch. So what can convergence do for an organization? How about connecting all your communication devices, phones, computers, fax machines, everything, over the same wiring system, and then use the same types of switches to support voice and data? Well, this is convergence at the infrastructure level. If all this sounds workable so far, let's move up to the protocol level.